Welcome to my channel, Cloudy Nook Crochet. My name is Lori. My sky report today is blue sky with no clouds. What is your sky report where you live? In this episode, I will be sharing Ophelia Talks 2021 Mystery Cal, and I will leave her information below if you too would like to do this crochet along. Now I'd like to share with you this beautiful pack of yarn that I just received in the mail today. It is the pack for the Mystery Crochet Along with Ophelia Talks. I'm a little late starting on this crochet along. The first clue came out on April 23rd, and right now they are on week 3. So I have a lot of catching up to do. Now, let me share what else came in with the 14 skeins of yarn. You got a label with Ophelia Talks name on it, and you got the strap. Now, looking at the strap, this is a clue for the mystery cowl. And I would love to hear your guesses what this mystery cowl is going to be. So please leave that comment below, and it would be fun to see who guesses this mystery once it's done. My guess would be probably a bag or a purse. So we'll see. So that's one thing fun about a mystery. You have no idea what you're making, and every week when you get that new clue, it gives you the incentive to finish the previous clue until the project's done. So this is my second mystery cowl that I'm doing. So let me share with you about the yarn. There were about 14 colors that you got. And the brand of the yarn is Stylecraft Special double knit, and it's 100% acrylic. It's anti-peeling yarn. And about anti-peeling yarn, that's one thing I've realized about being part of the crochet community is you learn so much. I never even heard about anti-peeling yarn, and I've been crocheting for 50 years. So that's one thing I really enjoy about the crochet community on YouTube. You just learn so much about crochet, different stitches, the type of yarn, and it's just every time I watch somebody's channel, I'm always learning something new, almost on a daily basis. And let's see, let me share what else about this yarn. It is 322 yards, and this color is called Meadow. And it was funny, I asked my husband, hey honey, when you think of the word meadow, what does that remind you of? And he said exactly what I was thinking, meadow, from the movie Bambi. So there you go. I wasn't going to share all the different colors with you. It would be kind of time consuming, but when you go to Ophelia Talks website, I believe you could get that information there. So that's what else came in with the pack for this mystery cowl. Before I start a project, I like to prep my yarn and put them into cakes. I'm using the Stanwood yarn winder that I purchased a few months ago, and I've been really impressed with their product, and I'll leave that information below. In this segment of my video, I filmed 3 days later, so you can see the progress that I've done to get caught up on this mystery crochet along. So let's take a look at it. I've been busy the last 3 days. So the first week clue, you had to make 16 of these squares. And I just love these colors, how they're working out with each other. And the way you did these squares is the first square, you would complete the whole square, but the additional squares, you would do 1, 2, 3 rows, and then on the 4th row, you would crochet that while you're attaching it to the previous rows. I don't know if you could see my kitty, but my kitty just jumped up on my desk. So if you see a cat, let me know if you saw him. So anyway, let's get back to my crochet project. You know how cats kind of distract you. So it was fun to be attaching these squares as you go, instead of stacking up all your squares and then sewing them together at the same time. So you're seeing your progress getting bigger. And so there's 16 squares here, and that was clue 1. And then on clue 2, you're crocheting rows around, and you're going to be crocheting, I can't remember the exact number, but it was somewhere around 20 rows. And the way they're doing these rows is, I think they called them clusters. So you're just doing 2 double crochets together all the way around. So it's a real simple stitch. And then when you get to the corner, you're doing 2 double crochets, 2 chains, and 2 double crochets. So that is clue 2, which week 2 is doing the rows around. I don't know, what I'm trying to do is tell myself to keep it a surprise and a mystery. I don't want to look at the other clues until I get there. So I'm hoping at the progress that I've made so far on this mystery crochet along that I could get caught up with everybody else. The one thing I've noticed is I'm working on a couple other crochet alongs, and their next clues have come out, and I'm like, oh gosh, I gotta be working on those too. But I told myself, let's get caught up on this one first, and then I could pick up those other ones, and then I should be all caught up on my crochet alongs. Now, the thing is I need to remind myself, do not sign up for another crochet along, because they are time consuming, but they're just so fun to start, especially when you come across a mystery one, because it's just fun to be crocheting along and you have no idea what you're making. Now, one thing I wanted to point out to you when you're changing all these colors, and the colors are just beautiful, but the disadvantage of that is you get all the spaghetti on the back of your work, and you got to weave in all these ends. So what I've been doing is I do a little bit of crocheting, and then I'll go back here, weave in a couple ends, crochet, and go back and forth. Because when you sit down and you're crocheting all these ends in, it's very time consuming and it's not fun. So I'm just doing them a little bit as I go, and eventually they'll all be sewn in. So on this other half of my project, you can see that I've already sewn them in. Oh, one other clue I wanted to give you is when I put in that first square so I could follow the pattern correctly. I put a little stitch marker right here. That way I know that is square 1, and then it went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then so on till you got your 16 squares. So that's the progress I've made so far. I will keep you updated in previous episodes how I'm doing on this crochet along, also along with all the other crochet alongs I'm working on. So there you go. And if you can see my kitty there, that is Link. I call him the Mondo kitty because he's really big. So, okay. Thank you. I hope you all are doing well. Thank you for watching my episode. Please subscribe, like, and leave a comment so we can go crochet up a storm together. Bye for now until we meet again.